My name's David Holsott, work for the Swain Group, and this week we are interviewing apprentices across the group in partnership with Generation Logistics and Logistics UK, and to mark National Apprenticeship Week 2025. Firstly, can I start by asking your name, your job role, and the apprenticeship that you studied?
My name's Ellis O'Sullivan-Rowe. I'm a HGV technician based here at the Woodville depot of the Swain Group, and I completed Level 3 in HGV technician at Stevenson's College.
Can you tell us something about yourself, your hobbies, interests outside of work?
So outside of work, I love watching football. I love watching it with my family members, especially my granddad. He's been a driving force in me becoming who I am, and that's building like people skills, but also practical skills. He's kind of been a big motivator for me throughout my life.
Just delving a little further into that in terms of your inspiration for why you chose an apprenticeship. Why did you choose an apprenticeship over other career paths, and what was it about the logistics sector that felt right for you?
I chose an apprenticeship over other career paths as I went to sixth form for 2 years, but during that COVID struck, and that kind of made me lose interest in classroom-based learning 24/7, so I thought university wasn't a good option for me. So I thought an apprenticeship would be good. So when I saw that the Swain Group were advertising, I thought I'd apply for that because it seems like a career I'm interested in.
And what skills did you develop during school, previous work or life experiences that made you realise that logistics was the right sector for you?
So, as previously said, COVID struck, so it was a lot of learning on your own, learning how things work on your own. So like resilience and being strong mentally was a good skill that I learned throughout school and education as a whole, really. But that COVID patch really like nailed in that you've got to be strong mentally to succeed in life.
And what was it about this role in particular that attracted you to it?
So what attracted me to this position was the fact that my granddad helped me with my work ethic throughout my life and wanting to do a practical job. So I feel like a career in logistics would have been good because it's constant work, and especially in these modern times, I don't think you can get a robot to do our job. So it's a constant job and it's a career for life, especially with the skills that you pick up throughout the way.
And how did you find this role?
I found this role on the government website. It was based on distance, and I typed in mechanics because I've always had an interest in vehicles as a whole, that's cars and trucks. And luckily, Swain Group's based 500 metres from my house. So I thought I'll apply there, that's good.
And can you describe what your role is like? What's a day in the life of a workshop technician?
So at Swain's, we have a hierarchy of who tells who what to do, which is good. And we have our job set out by our charge hand first thing in the morning. And throughout the day, we carry on working, following a list of jobs we've got to do, and with defects that transport can throw in here and there, which is good because it helps us stay productive.
And what would you say is the best thing about your role?
The best thing about my role is just the ability to learn off everyone. There's people in our workshop who can do anything, and it's good that they all have that information that they know they can pass down to you, and hopefully one day I can pass down the knowledge that I gather now to someone else.
And could you give us a career highlight to date?
So my career highlight is passing with a distinction, my Level 3. Although I like to think to myself as I am just another person who's been to college, studied, it is an achievement in itself to get a distinction because it is quite hard. There is quite high criteria for it. But just to get it done, get it over the line, was a big achievement, a big relief in the end.
And following on from that, it's fantastic that you got a distinction when you completed your apprenticeship. And you are now an established workshop technician in the workshop in Woodville. What are your future career aspirations?
So a progression in my career, just moving up the ladder. That could be here at Swain's, it could be anywhere. But I want to just build my skills so I can be the best version of myself that I can be. Once I'll get there, that could take 10 years, it could take 20 years, it could take as long as I've got left on the earth. But I just want to be able to be the best version of myself, and that could be in this role here, it could be as a charge hand, it could be as a manager, it could be head of fleet. But I just want to be able to become the best version of myself that I can be.
And what's the most valuable skill or experience you gained whilst in your apprenticeship or further?
So, as I've said previously, resilience is quite good, but also perseverance. When you're neck deep trying to get the job done, and you're using every single last brain cell. It's quite good to be quite mentally strong, just to keep a clear head and get the job done. I feel like perseverance and resilience is really good, and it'll go a long way in this job.
And what's a top tip that you would give to someone interested in choosing an apprenticeship in the logistics sector?
A top tip for anyone joining this career in logistics would be the willingness to learn why departments need what they need. Helping you understand why transport might need something fast, or why the warehouse might need something fast, will help you learn how to do your job better and be the best version of yourself.